let's get on to the playoffs. Let's see some good teams actually play some good football.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you. Beautiful segue, by the way, Kyle. That was wonderful. So let's talk about football, specifically playoff football, because it is here, people. Playoffs. I gotta find that drop, man. I gotta drop it right here. I'm gonna leave a little space so I can drop it.
I love it.
Playoffs.
You kidding me? Playoffs.
All right. Speaking of the playoffs, all right, look, these are my boys right here, man. I was on the bandwagon. I fell off the bandwagon. It ran out a little bit of gas. I helped push it to the gas station. I helped pump some gas in it. And now I'm back on the bandwagon. I'm talking about the Las Vegas Raiders, who've had a tumultuous year, but lo and behold, they're in the playoffs, Kyle. And they are playing what I feel like is everyone's favorite team, the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are at home in this matchup. This is a Saturday matchup. This is a 4:30 Eastern kickoff. The Bengals at home, they are 5.5-point favorites. 49 is the over-under. This is the AFC wildcard game, or one of the AFC wildcard games. We'll look at some of the trends here. The total has gone under in 4 of the last 5 matchups when these two teams play in Cincinnati. Vegas in their last 5 games, they won 4 of them. Cincinnati in their last 5 games against Las Vegas, they have covered the spread every single one of those games, as well as they've covered 5 of the last 5 games when they play the Las Vegas Raiders at home in Cincinnati. So I can go over that again if you would like me to. But, it seems like Cincinnati covers against Las Vegas, and it seems like it goes under when these two teams play. However, Las Vegas, in their last 5 games, they've been hot. They won 4 of them when they needed it the most. So that tells me something about this team. And then a couple of stats. Let's do some of this. Offensively, you're looking at the 12th rated offense against the 10th rated offense. The 12th being the Raiders, 10th being the Bengals. Points per game, you're looking at the 18th ranked offense points per game, which is the Raiders, versus the 7th in the Cincinnati Bengals. They almost averaged 28 points, almost 4 touchdowns a game. They averaged a little under that, a shade under it, 27 a game. Then defensively, total yards, you're looking at number 14, which is the Raiders, a little bit better than the number 20th defense in total yards, which is the Bengals. And then points per game allowed, Raiders are 26th in the league, and they allow 26 points per game. And then for the Bengals, they are 17th in the league, so they're about average. They allow 22 points a game. So with all that being said, Kyle, you and I, let's pick the winner.
Yeah, man. I mean, this one's gonna be tough. This one is going to be a great game. I mean, it's a playoffs. They're all great games, but I mean, this is 4 and 5 seed, right?
I need to check that.
This is 4
and 5 seed. So this is in theory the closest matchup.
Yes, that 4 and 5 game, man. Those things are tough. Those things are interesting. Something maybe it's obviously from what they did to us obviously a few weeks ago, but I'm just one thing. The Raiders are scary, man. I mean, they are a scary team. They are underdogs in every single game they play. They always find a way to get in there. They always make it a game. And Derek Carr, I mean, he's literally, we talked about this, I believe, halfway through the season. I've mentioned it multiple times. As much as I've been off the Raiders train, Derek Carr's had literally the best year of his entire career. Like, the best year. Now, saying that, Joey Burrow, I mean, I don't know how you stop that Cincinnati offense, dude. I mean, yeah, you stop Jamar Chase, you still got Higgins and Boyd, man. I mean, you stop the pass game, they got Mixon right there behind them. I mean, that team is also super scary. I think, you know what? I'm picking the Raiders. That's who my gut said. I'm picking the Raiders. I think
playoffs,
yes, man. It's the playoffs, and I just feel like Raiders are going to want it more. They're the more veteran team, and Cincinnati, even though I feel like they're the more talented team, they're really young. They'll be back in this situation. They know they'll be back in this situation. The Raiders, they don't know if they'll be back. Honestly, I mean, be real. They're going to have a new coach that they don't even know if they'll want to continue with Derek Carr. So they know in that locker room, this is legit the last time that this team is going to be together. So I think they're gonna use that, and I got Raiders taking this dub in Cincy.
Okay. So the last time the Bengals won a playoff game, Germany wasn't even officially reunited yet. The Bengals hope for the Bengals hope for their first. Stop! Don't make me laugh. The Bengals hope for their first playoff win since 1991. You weren't even born then. You weren't
I was not.
Were you?
I wasn't even a thought. I don't even know my parents were. Yeah, I think they're together, but barely.
Barely. Okay. And then looking at it, I heard this stat as well. The Raiders, they haven't won a playoff game since 2002, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was a year they actually won it. Did they win it that year? No, they did not win it that year. They haven't won it in a while. But they had Gruden. That was the first time Gruden was with them. And that was a part of the year where they had Charles Woodson. They had, I think, Rich Gannon at quarterback. And that was the year where they had the tuck rule, if I'm not mistaken. That went against them.
I think so, yep.
Okay. So you're looking at two teams, one that hasn't won in 20 years in the Raiders and one that hasn't won in nearly 30 years or over 30 years now. And one that hasn't won since Germany was officially reunited, which is the Bengals. So this is going to be a huge win for either one of these teams that actually pull it out. You're going with the Raiders. We talked about the quarterback matchup. 23 total passing touchdowns for Derek Carr with 14 interceptions. Joe Burrow, he also has 14 interceptions. However, he has 11 more touchdowns. He has 34 passing touchdowns. Carr is at 4,800 yards passing. Joe Burrow is 200 yards underneath that. He's 4,600 yards. We can get to all the other stats. I mean, you talk about running game. Joe Mixon has over 1,200 yards. Josh Jacobs, who's kind of had a little bit of a down year, but he's been consistent. Averages 4 yards a carry. He's at about, a shade under 900 rushing yards. And then, passing wise, we know the weapons that the Bengals have. Receiving wise, for the Raiders, they have Renfro, who has over 1,000 yards. That actually surprises me there. And then they have, I think he's going to be playing in this game. They should have, who's their tight end? Darren Waller.
Okay. Yep.
So I think if you take away, if I was a blind man coming from outer space and I had no clue where the seeding falls with these two teams, and I actually saw them play a couple of games and I had to say, hey, how even are these teams? I would say they're pretty even. So I would take the points with the Raiders, 5.5. I think that's just too many. But I want to go with the Cincinnati Bengals at home, winning their first playoff game since Germany has been united and since 1991, over 30 years. I think they get it done here because, to me, they have the better quarterback. And I got love for Derek Carr. I just love his story. And I don't think a lot of people in general, let alone a starting quarterback that is already, battling to kind of hold and keep his spot and keep his position on the team for the foreseeable future, let alone a quarterback that has to go through everything they've gone through this year. I mean, again, I bring it up every time I talk about the Raiders. A year to forget off the field. But on the field, I mean, they've battled. They've won some games. They lost a couple of games they shouldn't have. They had some upsets they shouldn't have. So they have rose to the occasion seemingly all year, especially last month of the year where it mattered the most. So I would take the Raiders with the points, but I just feel like at the end of the game it's going to be really close. I just envision it right now, Kyle. I see Joey B. I'm talking. I think he maybe pulls one of those Tom Brady 80-yard drives to end the game type of deal. I can see him smoking a cigar on this one post game. So I'm going with Joey B on this matchup, man. I got to.
Okay.
Next one. You like that?
I like it. Okay.
All right.